Essim, yesterday you mentioned to tame my fear. Actually, sometimes I'm able to let fear fully overflow, ready to die. But this depends on a daily form strength. And it's not always possible as it costs huge amounts of energy. I was in hope that the fear will disappear after the realization of a non-separate consciousness. Yes, the fear will disappear after the realization of a non-separate consciousness. Don't say even after the realization of consciousness for what it truly is. But on the path to this realization, the fear is a roadblock. I don't believe that you have really surrendered completely to the fear, as I recommended yesterday. So you are telling yourself or telling me stories, in this case, by saying, sometimes I am able to let fear fully overflow. You have to be able to let fear kill you. Not just overflow. Because if it overflows you, are still there in the water of fear. And then you will experience that the fear will disappear after that which gets revealed then. Then he goes, I wanted to ask you in a practical way, do you mean that I should force myself into a situation where the fear arises very intense? No. Don't worry about that. If you are in a situation in which you are not, especially in your case, you are experiencing enough fear, too much. So there is no need to place yourself in a situation where it arises very intense. On the contrary. On the contrary, because the situation will then be overwhelming to you with all its details, all its particular. It's better to be in a situation which is apparently with a very low level of fear. And then pay attention to this fear. Don't look the other way. Because it is the same fear that then grows and brings about these intense situations. Like in your case, if you go out, or if you go in a crowd or with people. So you can be in your home where you feel relatively secure, but there's still something there. Because there's still the fear from going out, for instance. So imagine you're at home, imagine, okay, I'm going to go out. And then you see the fear arise in you, so you don't need to go out. It's like a thread that arises, like a seaweed. You are walking on the beach, and you have this little seaweed that long emerging from the water. And it's tiny. And you start pulling, and you pull miles of seaweed. So, yes, so you be gentle with the fear, let it come to visit at its own will. It visits you often enough in your case, and just recognize it. Recognize it. It is almost always present, so recognize it.